Good evening and Happy New Year, everyone. I'm very happy to be invited here to give this session. This is my second time to be with this very happy group. No, I was here at a couple of months ago to celebrate the Mass. No, so again, I see all of you fresh from the New Year at the Christmas celebrations, and I saw the videos earlier on the accomplishments and achievements that you have done, the many very good things that you've done in the year 2025. And I hope that this year, 2026, you will be able to continue and achieve and attain even more, especially to help our brothers and sisters. So this afternoon, our task in the next hour is to reflect on faith in God. Faith in God. And this is a very fitting topic to begin this new year because we believe that it is this faith that will sustain us through and through. And it's very timely. As many of you know, today is the feast of Jesus Nazareno in Quiapo. So hundreds, thousands of people are there. The procession is ongoing. It is a display of very strong faith. So this afternoon, so that we can understand, there are many ways of tackling this topic. In the seminary where I teach, this is one semester. But due to the limited time, we will cram one semester's worth of thoughts and ideas into 1 hour. So, but to relieve you from, not to bore you for the whole hour, our format will be, we should move. Yeah, okay. So, the title of our talk is Elements of Faith in God. So, I will identify 3 and I will give a brief, hopefully very brief explanation on each point, on each element. And then we will have a QB. What is a QB? A quick buzz with your seatmate. So, para kung ano yung sinabi ko, para mas madali siyang bumaba from the mind to the heart, it's better, I believe, that we let it out through our mouths. So, and then because of limited time, 5 minutes per pair. So whoever you are seated with or closest to, 5 minutes, 2.5 minutes each to share on what I will say on about each element. Okay? So in my reflection, in preparation for this session, even in the course, that when I teach this to the seminarians, we begin with Abraham. Si Abraham. Merong kanta na si Father Abraham ay may, ilan ba yung anak ni Abraham? There's a song, so si Abraham is our great prototype, the first model of faith in scriptures. So yung reflection natin this afternoon on faith will begin or will focus or will make use, refer to Abraham as our model of faith. And we will try to reflect on his faith and try to mirror. We will look into that mirror of Abraham's faith and try to see how it reflects or how it differs, where we are in that elements of faith in Abraham. Okay, so there are several chapters in the book of Genesis. This is the Bible, the first book in the Bible. There are several chapters dealing with Abraham, but we will take only 3, because we will focus on 3 elements. So we just pick out 3 chapters. We will not read the whole chapters or all the verses. I can assign that to you later on for your own personal reflection and prayer. But it is here identified so that when you have time later on tonight or tomorrow or coming days, you can refer to that chapter and read it in full. Okay. So now, let's begin with the first element of faith, the first of three. So, when we speak of faith, there is the element of a journey. Merong paglalakbay. If you are a person of faith, you go on a journey. That is what the Lord told Abraham in chapter 12. The Lord asked Abraham to leave his homeland and travel to an unknown land. And there we see that faith entails journeying. And so the verb word for the first element is, sorry, Mr. Nang, it's not Nang, it's go. To go. Okay? And this is not to campaign for any, okay? It's go. Faith begins with the instruction to go. Some other talks or discussions or reflections also use the word pilgrimage. No? And the photo that I have used here is a group, hundreds of Filipinos. You can see there the flag or Philippine flag at the head. No? This is in when I was studying in UK. We organized a pilgrimage on Palm Sunday, and those banners there are the banners to signal the little statues. No, so we kind of recreated processions during Holy Week. No, so it attracted a lot of Filipinos from all over the country, no, in UK. And in one of those Palm Sunday masses that I presided, this was the point that I made, no, that faith entails journeying, leaving. And this is the journey of Abraham, no, from where the arrow starts, from Tigris, Euphrates, going up, 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 until the Lord asked him, pointed to him this destination, Canaan. That is the journey of Abraham. His faith led him from Euphrates, Tigris, from the Ur of the Chaldeans to Canaan. And during that time, as we know, there are wala pang Grab, InDrive, LRT, planes, cars, motorcycle. None of those things during the time of Abraham. It was just a journey on foot, no? And carrying everything that he had. No? These are very few here shown, but later on in point number 2, we will highlight that Abraham was a rich man, no? But later na yon. No? The point here is that faith, ang pananampalataya, entails leaving homeland, and leaving homeland means leaving familiar grounds and comfort zones. To make it a bit more personal and to illustrate an example, this is my journey of faith since I started answering the call of Christ to go. So beginning in Naga, Bicol. So shout out sa mga Oragon. I was born in Bicol. I studied there in high school. In Naga Parochial School. I went to Ateneo de Naga High School. And then Ateneo de Naga is a Jesuit school. The Jesuits saw me. And then the Jesuits told me, go to Manila. So uh, I was initially hesitant because I passed the entrance exam to Ateneo de Manila, but I did not have a scholarship. So I told the Jesuit priests, no, I can't go. I don't have money. Then they said, oh, okay, I will help you. So go. So I went. And so from Bicol to Manila. Then when I became a priest, my first assignment is Cagayan de Oro in Mindanao. That's where the arrow there is pointing. No? And I was in Cagayan de Oro for a total of 12 years, no, in two parts. No? So first 4 years, then I went to UK to study, and then coming back again in Cagayan de Oro. No? Then, oh yeah, this is the second part pala, the international leg. Doesn't move. Yeah. Okay. So from the Philippines to UK, and okay, sinabi ko na kanina. So let's going back. Okay, again. So went back until 2022. I was in Cagayan de Oro. No? So 12 years means Cagayan has become my second home. I've been away from Naga for a long time. Konti na lang kakilala ko sa Naga. I know the places, but the faces are different already. No? So Cagayan de Oro, living in the provinces, is in the province is very comfortable. I know the place. I know the people. I've made many friends in Cagayan. I have many contacts and connections already, but I was the term has ended, so I was sent back to Manila, and this is where I am now. That journey of faith of mine has brought me from place to place, having to leave familiar grounds, familiar faces, familiar routines. But yeah, along the way, God has been faithful, God has been there. But you cannot deny all of us, each of us, that living is always not easy. And that is our first QB. Okay. Ang faith ay parating there is a place that you live, there are things that you live, and there are people that you live. Merong mga iniiwan. So, in the next 5 minutes, I would like you to buzz with your seatmate, and you can take out your Google Map and show to your seatmate, this is where I started, and here I am now. You can take out the picture of your ex. Ito yung iniwan ko or nang iwan sa akin. Okay, di ba? Yun yung faith eh. Meron kang iniiwan, meron kang inaalisan, or merong umalis. Okay, so sorry, 5 minutes lang. Okay, so then the bell will ring for the continuation of my talk. Okay. Time starts now. 40 seconds. 40 seconds. Thirty seconds. Five seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you. Okay, let's resume. Resume. Okay. Okay, cut muna. Cut. Okay, mukhang malayo na narating nyo. Okay. Para muna, para. Okay. Element number 2. Okay. Bakit patuloy na maglalakbay? Bakit kahit malayo na ang narating, malayo pa ang lalakbayin? Patuloy sa paglalakbay dahil faith is a promise. Okay. There is a promise that we are holding on to. Okay. And the verb here is see. Kanina, kailan lalabas ang nang dito? Okay. So, go. Okay. Ngayon ay see. Okay. In Genesis chapter 15, okay, Genesis chapter 15, okay, there is a problem, there is a dilemma. Okay. Abraham was a wealthy man. Okay. Actually, it was enumerated in chapter 12, no? But it is only in chapter 15 that despite everything that Abraham possessed, no, there is something lacking. There is no heir. So he has cattle, lands, slaves. Abraham had everything. If we are to contemporize it, no, he has many properties, no, mansions, villas, luxury cars, luxury umbrella, as many slaves, no, corporations, companies, no. Marami siyang property, no. But something is lacking. There is no heir. Wala siyang anak. Aanhin niya ang lahat ng 'yun. Abraham had a slave, no, a concubine, Hagar, no. But in their culture as well as ours, no, it has to be your own. It has to come from you, no. That is why couples enter into a crisis when there is no child forthcoming. Heir, no, is very, very important. It is an irreplaceable, and no amount of property, material wealth can replace an heir. So the Lord, no, brought Abraham out, no, into, no, outside the house, no, and he tells Abraham, look, no, at the stars. No, your descendants will be as many as the stars. No, and he also asked Abraham, look, they probably were in a shore like that. Okay, yan. So, the sand in the seashore, no? Kung gaano kadami yung between, no? So, presumably it was a starry night, no? And kung gaano kadami ang buhangin, no? Ganyan kadami ang magiging anak mo. It was a promise, and that is what kept Abraham moving. That is what kept Abraham journeying, walking, even if at times, we will not discuss it now, but he had issues with Sarah, his wife, no? Precisely because of this, no? But because of this promise that God made to Abraham, he continued journeying. He continued looking up above the stars in order to inspire him to continue with the journey. And with this, we realize that faith is trusting in the promise. Just help me, technical. Is trusting in the promise of greater abundance than what we already have. So ang pananampalataya ay pananalig sa pangako ng Panginoon that yes, we have already a lot. The Lord will give more than what we already have. Because that is precisely the experience of Abraham. He had lots of properties, lots of possessions. But just one heir, one son, is far greater than all of those taken together. That is faith. Yung nararamdaman mo na abundance of wealth, no? Dami mong kayamanan, beauty, no? Dami mong kagandahan, no? Talent, no? Kaya mong tumulay sa sumirko, kumain ng apoy, etc. Skills, IT, a lot, no? Or maybe none of it. But I suppose you won't be here if you have nothing. You must have some skills or talents or a little beauty because you were hired, no? But faith means even amidst the abundance, sa gitna ng kasaganaan o sa gitna ng kakulangan, we get in touch with the big question of meaning. What is it all about, Alfie? What is it all about? What is the purpose? Para saan ba tong lahat ng to? Saan ba ako papunta? Is this just a stopover? Is this just a stepping stone? Where is the future? What is the future for me? These are the big questions that, thanks to structures like this, we have a little bit of time to reflect on. So, if earlier it was a map that we were talking about, no? The image that we have now that we can use to reflect on the second element is the stars. To reach, I'm not a singer, so I will not sing. To reach the unreachable stars, that is what faith means. Okay, so buzz number 2. Okay, quick buzz number 2, our guide question. What promise or dream is sustaining you? What is that star that you are trying to reach? Okay, so time starts now. 5 minutes. 30 seconds. $20. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Time. Okay, cut muna, cut. Cut. Okay. So, we know the story in Genesis chapter 15. God gave Abraham an heir. Diba? Mabait naman si Lord. Pinagbigyan niya si Abraham. Abraham was given an heir, a son by the name of Isaac. No? So, pinagbigyan ni Lord si Abraham. No? The promise was fulfilled. And many of us, I believe, can attest to how the Lord has fulfilled this promise to us. No? What is termed in many instances answered prayers. No? If you are frequent mass goer at Baclaran, no? Perpetual Help, in the part, may part dyan na babasahin yung mga intentions, no? Prayers, answered prayers, no? Even this Nazareno procession every year, many of them, we know, are asking for prayers. But also we know that many are there for thanksgiving. No? Thanksgiving for answered prayers. No? Answered prayers. The Lord fulfilled His promise to Abraham. Okay. But, ayan na. In Genesis chapter 22, the Lord asks Abraham to sacrifice his son. Third element of faith, sacrifice. And the word there, the verb there, the operative word is to surrender. No? To go, to see, but what you have seen that was given to you at some point in the journey of faith is being asked of you. And that puts Abraham in a dilemma. And such is our experience as well. What God has given, He is taking back. So we ask, for what God has given, is He asking for a return? Isn't He cruel or unfair? Sabi ka naman, Lord, binigyan mo na nga ako ng chance na ma-in love or ma-inlavan. Pero binawi mo naman agad. This is the point of the test of Abraham. Abraham's faith is tested. It is tried. It is put on trial. And many of us, I believe, and that can be the next QB, on how our faith was tested. On how something that is so precious to us, be it a son, a daughter, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a parent, we are now talking here of not just anybody, no? This is the most precious, it's not a possession, but the most precious thing that Abraham can ever have, unmatched by all his possessions, properties, cattle, etc. And now, the Lord wants it. Will He give up His beloved son? Will He claim His son as His? Ito yung tanong talaga kay Abraham, o tanong niya sa sarili niya. Kanino ba to? Akin ba tong batang to? O pinahiram lang to sa akin? Is this person really mine? But nobody really owns a person. Or is this something that God has lent to me? Will he offer as a sacrifice what is now most precious to him? That is an element of faith that we cannot avoid. The testing period, the trial period. And faith, if faith is a relationship, just like any relationship, it undergoes testing, trial. If working in a corporation like this or in a company like this is a relationship, expectedly, there are periods of trial and testing. Faith entails sacrifice. Faith entails surrendering. There is no escape there. And the hard part is that it is what is most important to you that is being demanded. Okay lang sana kung yung medyo peripherals, accessories, di ba? Incidentals. But faith in its real experience demands something that is so important to you that you can feel or say na, di ba merong, kayo na lang kumanta dyan sa QB nyo, kunin mo na ang lahat sa akin, wag lang, okay, blank, fill in the blank, mamaya. You can take everything except, pero yun nga, yun, that is exactly what God wants. No? But we know the story if you read Genesis chapter 22. No, this is Genesis chapter 22. No? Abraham, no? Dahil nga siya ang model of faith, talagang handa siyang no? Iaalay niya ang kanyang anak. No? And this is not alay na, parang wala lang, ilalapag mo lang dyan, parang operatory. Hindi. No? This is to have to kill his son. No? To have to burn his son. But at that moment when Abraham was about to do it, no? An angel of the Lord appeared, held his hand, no? And stopped it and said, Abraham, you pass the test. You're hired. Sabi niya. So what happened? The angel said, no, okay, look around. Okay. And you will see there in the thicket, no, sa may doon sa may, kasi nasa bundok sila, 'di ba? Pinakyat sila sa gubat, tapos maramapuno ganyan, tapos sabi, okay, look around there. There is a ram there, no? At 'yun ang ialay mo. 'Yun ang ialay mo. Tatanggapin ng Panginoon. You can have your son back because you are ready to offer it. God is giving it back to you. And in place of your son, there is a bull there is a ram there is an animal there. He will take the place of your son. Okay. Now, in the Christian interpretation, Old Testament and New Testament, okay, this is interpreted that in the plan of salvation, it's a little bit of a Christian theology here, no? Tayo dapat yung alay, di ba? Tayo dapat yung pero it is Jesus Christ who took our place so that we will not be sacrificed, so that we will not be that's a kind of there. But the point here that we want to make is that it is part of our journey of faith that we are tested, and that very important thing to us is most of the time what is being asked of us. But if we are ready to let it go, we believe that like Abraham, yung pinaraya, pinakawalan, yung inalay natin, babalik yun sa atin. Ibabalik ni Lord yan. Huwag kang matakot, huwag kang kuripot. Pag hiningi ni Lord, ibigay mo. Okay? Basta sure ka na kay Lord talaga. Ano? Because whatever you offer to the Lord will give it back to you like as thousands of the stars and like the millions of the sand in the seashore. Because already in the Christian faith, the Lord Jesus has taken onto himself that he is the lamb of sacrifice. Okay? So, QB, number 3. Okay? So, what offering or sacrifice is being asked of you, or have you already, no? So, pwede nyong i-fill in the blanks. Lord, kunin mo ng lahat sa akin except. Okay. Or you can share also, yeah, actually I gave this thing or this person up, then the Lord gave it back to me. Okay? So, yun yung QB number 3. Okay? Time starts now. 40 seconds. Twenty seconds. Ten seconds. Okay, time. Time. Okay, so those are just conversation starters. So later on, pag kape nyo, pag shot nyo mamaya, no, sa mga parts nyo, mga ano, so you can continue, di ba? Mas masaya at masarap na kwentuhan yung mainit na kape o malamig na lights. Okay? So para matino yung ano. Okay? So I hope that you found our very short and interactive session very helpful. So children, the elements of faith, the first is journey, second, promise, and third, okay, sacrifice. And the verbs, imperatives are first, go, see, and surrender. Okay, now, may pabonus ako. Okay, konting ano na lang. Okay. Number 4. Wala nang QB ito. Okay, so, kasi overtime na. I would like to add, and this is to affirm what you are doing as a Joy Nostalgia, no? Faith and charity. Faith and justice, no? From the book of James, no? Faith without good works is dead, no? Faith comes to life with works of charity, with works of justice, no? In the New Testament, in Luke chapter 19, Jesus affirmed somebody as a son of Abraham. Sabi niya, itong taong to, anak to ni Abraham. And who is this? This is a very rich man, Zacchaeus, a tax collector, okay, working for the Roman government, very corrupt. Siguro ngayon siya isang contractor or basta na kumamal siya ng salapi galing sa taong bayan, no? Sa bayan ng Israel, pinapayaman niya ang mga Romano. So, he had everything. But, no, for some reason, pandak siya, no? So, then he heard about Jesus. So, in his maybe emptiness or, sa kanyang umakyat siya sa puno. Tapos, para makita niya ang Panginoon, si Jesus, no? Then, Jesus called him, come down. I will go to your house, no? And because of that, no? Because of that attention and encounter with Jesus, Zacchaeus said, Lord, half of my belongings I will give to the poor, charity. And if I cheated anyone, I will pay him back fourfold, justice. That is faith. Faith is not simply moving, expecting, no? Surrendering. Faith is giving, charity and justice. Exactly what you are doing. So, I am very happy to be amongst sons and daughters of Abraham. And I hope that you will continue and that this year, 2026, will be a faith-filled year for Joy Nostalgia, no? To journey, to go, to see, to surrender, and to continue giving. Okay? So, ito yung take-home reflection para sa inyo na mamaya, no? How do I see my Joy Nostalgia work? As faith doing justice or as faith in charity? Okay? And to really end this, okay, Faith as a mustard seed. Okay, na lumampas. Okay. So, sabi ni Lord, if your faith is even just as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this tree, be uprooted, and you can say to this mountain, be moved somewhere else. If all of us, our little faith, we put it together, we can say to this country, magbago ka, Pilipinas. Let's move forward with the faith of a mustard seed. Let us go, let us see, let us surrender, and let us give. Amen? Maraming salamat. Join us, Nostalgia.